gosh, that intro is so bad. So I'm just building around the Cottagecore, and I was like, I need to do something interesting here. Something that, my signature build, interesting stuff. And then I thought of that one picture from nature, and it's apparently called Caddo Lake, from the borders of Louisiana and Texas. Yes, right in the middle of that. So it took me like hours to find it in the Google just to show you a picture of it. And as you can see, it may not look familiar to you, but mind that I couldn't find that actual picture that I'm referring to. But don't worry, because this is a photograph in the exact same location as the place that I'm trying to portray. So classic, I'm gonna speed up the video and stop at some important parts of the recording, and you just enjoy watching and somehow learn. And I just finished putting out the border of course dirt, and now I must start adding the fake water in here. And somehow my first decision was to make it glow by adding verdant frog light underneath on below, but it doesn't look natural. Look, it looks so fake. So after a while I just fixed it by adding a smooth layer. Yeah, of course I didn't do that manually. I had this thing that helped me. So basically I spawned a bee, and then this structure will load into the same exact spot, but adjusted so it's gonna be centered. So now I'm just gonna destroy it because I'm done. Yeah, thank you for this tactic. This is improvised tactic created by L9D. So it was because I am using a chunk and chisel type of building technique where you can terraform easily using this, but then L9D improvised it. Well, now this next part is just me pasting Lean's Larch tree archives. It's actually saved in the admin structure archives, or also known as the ASA. Yeah, ASA, para sa mga pinaasa. It's just basically a collection of builds that we can paste anywhere we need it to be, like maps, other stuff that admins want to build, like studios, like those. It's free, and then the players can even buy them. We value them based on their value of the blocks used, efficiency of the time consumed when the builders were building it, of course, and the size of the structure itself. And it makes our jobs faster and easier. So now all I have to do is to remove some of the unwanted blocks and then smoothen this out so it looks seamless on the fake lake that I'm making. I'm just gonna add the moss carpets on the fake lake now, so it looks like floating leaves. And here we go. Well, I have to speed it up for like 50 times because it's just so long. Yeah, it took me so long to finish all this while polishing all the trees and then adding even more details like fallen leaves, you know, the leaf litters, and then replacing some of the moss carpets with lush, no, it's actually azalea leaves, and to make it more dense and add more variation to the visualization. And we call that polishing something or mumbling. I don't know what to say. Well, this now all I have to do is to add some lily pads, but instead of using set block, I'm gonna use item frames and visible item frames, as you can see. You know why? Because if I use set block and then it will use the foliage color of the swamp, which is dark green, and instead of this light green that exactly matches the carpet and the azalea leaves, it's just perfect to look at. Look at it. It looks very realistic to the color that you typically see. The lily pad is much more lighter instead of the dark green lily pads that we have in the swamp. And yeah, I don't know what else. Like, we can do field biome in bedroom edition, and such a shame because I have a lot of builds that requires me to use different biome foliages. So the only way I can depict it is like using item frames to use the texture of the item instead of the place blocks that is dark green, and it looks better. I mean, look at this. It's just perfect. It gives balance to the place. It gives more, like, kind of rendering the details. Just perfect. Perfection. Well, that took me a long while. So I just skipped probably like a few hours later, and now, as you can see, Sushi is here. Yeah, so she saw it and I was like, oh my god, I like the Cottagecore. Yeah, that's her reaction in the chat. I don't know how did she say it in real life. Was she like freaking out when she saw this, like, because it's, yeah, I can't deny it myself. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna explain something else about why it looks so convincing. So you'll know that I don't usually use shaders because my phone just simply cannot use it, and when I'm using vibrant visuals, it's laggy as hell. So my main problem is how am I gonna get realistic looking water? And you know, Minecraft water is color blue, and we can't use field biome in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, so I couldn't use the swamp water texture. So I came up with a plan. I was like, yes, of course, I'm gonna use the glass. I don't have any other I don't have any other choices. So as you can see, why does it look so convincing that it is indeed realistic? Like, why does it convince you that it looks realistic? You know why? Of course you don't. So I'm just gonna tell you the glasses that I use. So first layer is just green carpet, and then the next layer is cyan stained glass, and then the final layer, which is the topmost, is green stained glass. It just gives the most realistic take on the swamp water and doesn't give that much green toxic look. It's just natural. Still reflects the blue sky. Yeah, it's still bluish, but it doesn't remove the reflection from the trees above it, which is color green, so it looks so convincing. Now, if you want to learn more about micro detailing, which I do sometimes when I'm in the mood, so you better like subscribe to me and watch more of my videos. I make this type of videos or just show off my builds, and I hope you participate in the upcoming movie because this production takes all our blood, sweat, and tears, as Nash said, willingly. And with those being said, I should say goodbye now, and thank you for watching. even though this video is garbage as hell. So as you can see, what comes in your mind and comes out of it will be completely fine, because it's how imagination works. You just simply look at something and then emphasize the good parts about it in your mind and then export it out.